Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to December 3rd, 2019 Board of Selectmen's meeting. I hope we get through this tonight. Everybody seems to be in a laughable mood, but hopefully we'll get through it. Roll call, please.
All five selectmen are present, as well as the town administrator.
Pledge of Allegiance. Tracy.
Pledge of allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, that was good. Thank you. All right, let's do announcements. And I think I said I would do somebody else first today. Jim.
I'm good.
You're good?
Yep.
Peter?
Yeah, I got one from Representative. Grab the mic. Wow, you can't hear me. That's unusual. She testified on behalf of her bills at the 40B hearing today. She said the hearing was sparsely attended, which bodes well for anyone who was there in person, meaning they got nobody else to listen to, so they listen to the 2 or 3 people who show up. She said she will be providing details of her testimony to the local media tomorrow, so media people, she'll be reaching out to you. And that's all I got.
All right, Alan?
Let's see. We have, I believe, December 7th. The police department is a couple locations doing Toys for Tots. You know, so anybody who has toys, old ones, new ones, as long as they're not damaged, bring them
That's
out.
Stuff a Cruiser or something, isn't that?
Stuff for Cruiser. And we also have our village Christmas parade. I think it's at 3 o'clock.
Correct.
It leaves from the
I remember now.
same place, the school?
Correct. It's
Just
all
making
coming
sure.
back to him.
And the selectman who's buying the candy?
I hope so.
You are? Thank you.
I think we can handle that.
We're probably going to need about 150 pounds this time.
Well, you know, I think I bought like 100 pounds last year.
About
and
over 100
we were
pounds
almost
last
out
year.
at the end.
We did run out.
Yeah.
know?
We ran up before we made the curve by the,
Yeah, that curve, there's a lot of people in that curve.
yeah, it was way
We
too
got to
many.
hold back a little, you know?
Yeah, this year I'll try not to hit my brakes when Alan cuts in front of me, then so Selectman Bruce doesn't end up face first in my trunk.
No, we took candy out of the trunk.
Huh?
We took candy out of the back of the trunk.
Oh, I know, but you were walking in front and you cut in front of me. I had to hit the brakes while she was going in to get the candy, and the car stopped and she kept going.
I fell into his trunk last year
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
because you were
No,
walking
because you were
in
too
front of
busy
his
walking
car.
in front of me. We worry about the children, but you're the one that almost got run over.
Hey,
It's great.
what do you want from someone who's 75? Good job.
Okay, you're all set?
That's it.
All right, so you all set, Mary?
No. The Wareham Garden Club has their Christmas fair this Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 o'clock at St. Patrick's Church. We'll have greens and wreaths and homemade Christmas cookies and a bake table and everything, and all the proceeds from this go to paying for all the plantings and gardens around town, garden therapy, and the annual scholarship that we give out. There is also the Church of the Good Shepherd is having their Christmas fair this Saturday, 10 to 2. I know there are lots of fairs going on. I just didn't have that many announcements in the folder today, so just get out around town this weekend and hit up all those fairs.
Okay, there's also, boy, everybody's doing everything on the 7th. There's also the homeless senior dinner at the VFW Brown at 12 o'clock, 12 to 3, I think it is. And Santa will be there, I can guarantee it. So that'll be a fun thing. It's always fun every year. I've been going to that forever, so. Citizens' comments. Anybody want to talk to us today? Let's take Tracy, because she's going to become relatively quick.
I'm going to be very quick. I'm here to officially invite the Board of Selectmen to participate in our annual Christmas parade
There you go.
for the second time.
Alan's happy about that.
And Mr. Slavin, with all due respect, there is no throwing candy, any of you.
Yeah, okay.
It has to be handed.
Yeah.
It was your rule,
I know, well.
and you broke it the year
So
you
we
made
might have
it.
to change it,
Okay. Okay.
since it's our rule.
What time do you start?
The kickoff is 3 o'clock. It's the same staging as we've done for the last few years. The motorized units will stage on Viking Drive and in those parking lots, and the walkers stage in the town hall parking lot. So we go down Route 6, take a right,
Yeah.
go to Bessie Park. I just met with the police department tonight. I have 5 details because there's so many road closures, and they have to be done at the exact same time, so.
Peter will have his little
We're good.
convertible there, so.
Yep.
And then once the parade ends, which is once you get to Bessie Park, the big key issue has always been that all of the people either go Merchants Way, Sandwich Road, or Minot Ave. We don't care where you go, you just have to go and move it. So with 5 details that we're paying for, that should be much smoother this year.
Cookies and stuff out.
The fire department this year is donating the hot chocolate and the cookies. The Riverside Cafe has done it for a few years, but she really wants to watch the parade with her dad. So the fire department is donating the hot chocolate and the cookies, and then we'll have volunteers and elves at Bessie Park handing that out.
There are life-giving samples.
I'm sorry?
You didn't want to hear that.
Are you good?
All I said was, is Vera life-giving samples? That's all.
I have nothing to do with Verilife. You can ask them.
I'll ask them to give out some black bags anyways.
You're the selectman
cookies.
nobody hears.
And Mr. Sullivan, you obviously are always invited to walk. I know you bring your family for photos with Santa, but anytime that you want to walk with your family, you are always invited as well.
Thank you, it's very kind of you, appreciate it.
You could bring Sandy to go with the other Sandy.
That is true.
All right, thank you.
Am I legit now?
You're legit.
Legit
You
now.
did a good
I'll see you
job.
guys Saturday. I already put you in because I staged it, so I'm glad you're coming.
I was gonna be there anyway. I'm leaving the
Okay.
other one at 2:30. I'll be there at 3. So.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Come on down. It's so good to see you, Judy.
How are you?
Joe Day. That never was said, apparently. I don't know.
No, the only person who can do it properly is that one.
Do
Oh.
what?
Joe Day, Joe Day, Joe Day.
Oh, yeah.
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 That was never said, apparently, in the movie. I didn't know that. Apparently, it was a takeoff somehow.
You have to watch the WCTV movies.
I don't know,
Good evening.
good for most of
This is a letter from the Charter Review Committee, which I would like to read to you, have in the record. To the Honorable Board of Selectmen, the Town of Wareham, December 3rd, 2019. I have been asked by the Charter Review Committee to update you on our progress as a committee and to mention a few items we believe will make the mandatory decennial review of this important document easier to accomplish and perhaps produce a document more user-friendly. The document was written by residents and approved by the residents by ballot in March of 1977. We believe this backbone of our form of government must be user-friendly, readily available to the public, always current, and easily understood. One of the recommendations we will be bringing to the April 2020 town meeting is an amendment that requires the selectmen to appoint the Charter Review Committee no later than January 31st of every year ending in the numeral 9. This change will give the committee more than a full year to review research and discuss its recommendations. As you probably know, this year our first meeting was called on November 4th of this year, leaving us no choice but to meet weekly between our first meeting and the town meeting. We believe this is not an appropriate amount of time for a group of citizens to fairly discharge their duty to the public. The open town meeting form of government is considered by many to be the purest form of direct democracy. It is, in the words of Mr. Lincoln, government of the people, by the people, for the people. I believe that ordinary citizens are indeed capable of reviewing and revising this charter, and I am sure this board understands the importance of protecting the democratic process for the citizens of Wareham. I shall be reporting to you from time to time on our thoughts and probable recommendations so that you are up to date on the important work of this committee. We understand that we have a report to make to the April meeting, and we will also be making recommendations to the meeting for improvements and clarifications to the document. Thank you for your time this evening. Judith Whiteside, Chair on behalf of the Charter Review Committee.
Thank you, Judy. Yeah, we didn't get started till late, and we did get started finally, though, and I'm glad that you are chairing that committee. You must have had a ball when you looked at that thing. Knowing you as far as grammar and stuff goes, you must have been like Your head must have been spinning.
How many red pens did you wear out?
She must.
Just one observation. As of this past January 31st, I don't think we had a single application in hand.
We didn't. We didn't get any applications till much later, but.
We had 2 or 3 in the beginning.
January?
Yeah, we had 2 or 3 early, that was it.
I don't even think we had
Will
mentioned
you
it
be
then.
I
forwarding
did.
that to us?
I'm going to give you a copy of it right now.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And you can give a copy to the clerk, and she'll include it in the minutes.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you.
Judy, you did commit a faux pas. You're a board. You're not supposed to come to citizens
I
participation.
told her she could.
Explain that to
I told her she
Chair.
could. I let her do it because she didn't have chance
Yeah,
to ask me to get her on the agenda, so I said it was fine.
There.
So you can blame Mr. Tropiano
No,
for that.
I'd say Chairman Tropiano committed a faux pas.
Exactly. You can blame Chairman Tropiano for that.
I,
Piano chose to take the wise path.
I'm still 0 for I'm still 0 for 100 against Judy. So
You know, I had made the same conclusion myself, but I was wise enough to keep it to myself.
So, let me ask a question. Is anybody else here for citizens' participation? What, nothing? Oh, my God. What'd you do, tie her up or something? Okay. Next up is board comments. Peter,
I don't think that's a good idea.
okay. Jim?
Just wondering if we're going to invite David McClure in for an interview for the
Yes.
police station.
I think he's on next week,
Okay, good.
okay?
If we get that wrapped up and get it rolling, so,
Yes, I believe he's on next
good,
week.
thank you.
I'm positive he is, as a matter of fact. Mary?
Nope.
Alan,
Quiet week.
do me a favor.
No,
Turn your microphone on, pull it towards you when you start.
no.
No, you have nothing? Get out of here.
Motion to adjourn?
Appointments, reappointments, we have none. The license and permit hearing, I'd like to get a motion to postpone it
So made.
again
Second.
until January 7th, please.
Second.
Motion made by Alan, seconded by Mary. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining, it's unanimous. CPA requests. Come on down.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm well. How are y'all?
I believe you want permission to go in front of the...
yes.
To get a few bucks.
Yes. So it came to my attention that in 2008, there was a $50,000 request for digitization of records.
Historical records.
Yes, historical records. However, in my opinion, every record that we have is pretty much historical. You need these records. It's pretty important too. I've had a lot of positive feedback. A few people have called this week about the calendar and how much easier it is because they can just look at the day and see, the agendas and everything. And they also like that they can search it on the web themselves. So that's been a huge help.
Good.
With the digitization, we'll be able to provide records like that on the internet for people to search themselves. So I would just like to continue. I know that money before was replaced. It was just put back into the coffers. It was never used. I'm a very big proponent in using CPC to, do records. So I would just like to work with Mrs. Slavin and kind of
And
try
you're
and
looking
get
for
that.
$50,000, is that what you're looking for?
I'm not sure now. I mean, obviously, a lot more records. There's legislation in right now to have meeting minutes not have to be kept on paper form, that we'll be able to digitize our records and have them. And it would be nice to have them, searchable and stuff. And we won't have to keep paper records anymore, which would free up a heck of a lot of space for vitals and everything else that needs to be kept.
Save a lot
So-
of trees.
So, yeah,
Now, does
yeah.
anybody know, do we have to authorize Derek to do this, or does the clerk do this?
the request,
Yeah.
it's an elected position. It's not a department head.
Okay.
Correct.
So basically, I need a motion to authorize her to go to CPA.
So moved.
Motion made by Peter, seconded by Alan. Any other discussion? Go ahead, Alan.
I think the only thing we need to find out, and that'll be for CPC to determine what's considered historical, whether or not you can do it for current as well.
Well, I guess they can
Because-
work that out.
Well, yeah,
right?
because there's restrictions on what you can
Yeah,
do
yeah.
with CPA money.
Right.
I'm sure she'll work that out with her.
Yeah, well, we've been trying to get this done for, well, 10 years.
All right, so any other discussion?
No,
Well, yeah, I have a couple questions.
Go ahead.
When would you be applying for this spring or in the fall?
What's with the vacuum?
Every time.
Spring. Yeah, because I'm getting some help. Judith Whiteside is helping me with writing out the grant and stuff. She has been in contact with Sandy, so we're hoping to bring it to the spring.
And
So
if
we
you
should
don't,
have our paperwork into the CPC.
you've already priced it out?
We should have it in time.
No, you've already priced out what the cost would be? Gotten some quotes?
Rough estimate. We have a few, I've been talking to area places around Lexington, a few other places that have done this, asking them how they like their vendors and stuff. So there's a few that we're looking at. And we've gotten a few responses back. Obviously, they really want to, but I wanted to see how other communities that have used these people like the service. So they range anywhere from, 80 to 100 grand to, 5,000.
So do we already digitize and store off-site our records so that we have them in a digital format?
Not that I'm
off-site,
aware
outside of the
of.
buildings?
Not that I'm aware of. The minutes to every meeting and stuff are on the web. They
Right.
are, that way. Now, my whole thing is anything previous to. Also, vital records, we only have paper copies. The only people that have them are either, us
Keep that
or
guy away
the
from
state.
the door.
No,
It'd
it's a
be
great
nice to
idea.
have them.
Meeting going
It would have to be, 1920 and before, but it would be nice to have those records.
No, it's a good place to start, and, it's important to move forward to these things and digitize all our records
Yeah,
everywhere.
we're trying, so,
Thanks.
Any
okay.
other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining, it's unanimous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to point out, it's important to have proper codification of the charter and the bylaws. It's interesting, we just heard a letter from the chairman of the Charter Review Committee read a letter talking about accessibility. But if you don't have the latest and greatest version up, it doesn't matter if it's accessible or not.
Yep.
The other thing too is having an outside firm, track these changes, I think is important too. Especially if there's somebody that's in it for the long term, clerks come and go, and I don't mean to say that you should go,
No,
but
and
I mean,
that's absolutely the case. Clerks do come and go, people do come and go. There is a need for the codification of the bylaws, the charter, and the zoning bylaw. There are a few inconsistencies. There's, as far as I can see, at least 5 different fonts and different formats that are in that. So if you try to search the, index, you're going to look for page 89, you're going to be brought to page 84, because there've been so many changes. There's also a few housekeeping things in there. My whole thing is that it's a vital record to the town. It's also all the past ones, you need to know that those are correct and everything, because somebody wants to look at 1958 because they were grandfathered or something. You want to make sure that you have, the proper whatever. So codification also will bring it up to date, and it'll make sure that your charter, your zoning bylaws, and your bylaws don't conflict in any way, which happens sometimes when you have 3 different entities doing it. Whether that can be used, we'd like it, but, that's something that we can discuss as well.
One other piece, Patrick,
All right. Good.
which could be an issue time-wise, is the finance committee also has to sign off before they go before. Unfortunately, I don't know if they're meeting or not the rest of this year.
I think they have, I'm not sure. I think they have
got
a
a notice
meeting
the other
this
day about a
week
meeting
or
or
next
something.
week.
At least I didn't see anything scheduled for this
Yeah, I think
coming
it's either
up.
this week or
12th.
next week.
Yeah, that's right. I
Yeah.
think it's the 12th, yeah.
Yeah.
It's only the CPC deadline. They can always extend it and be rational, as I say.
I was
With
gonna
any
say that,
deadline, that's true, right, Derek?
Just letting you know that.
well, they can also
It's a
vote to
hard
accept
deadline.
the application provisionally upon, and hold it until they get notification of the approval of the Finance Committee.
It's not the way it really works, though.
Yeah, but
That's the way
I
it's
can, I can get on. I just wanted to make sure I was on board
Laws are
with
for
you
little
guys
people.
first, so. Okay,
All right, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next up, authorize Selectman Muniz and Town Administrator to discuss with Carver,
Both of us.
BOS, the future of the Regional Refuge District. I guess,
It's a policy, does it hold water?
district, Jim, the district's gonna be splitting up, I guess, huh?
I don't know about that.
Nothing's decided yet.
Okay,
Carver
so
hasn't made any,
why do you wanna do this discussion
oh, is
with
this, we're
Carver?
on this point now?
Yeah,
Well, because they suggested that Carver and Wareham have discussion, being the board did. And it would be nice to know firsthand and not third party what the thoughts of the leaders of, and the selectmen of Carver are towards this. And so we can start planning one way or another what we need to do.
okay.
And I've spoken to Derek about it, and we're still, as far as I'm concerned, until Carver makes a move to withdraw, in a public session and has a first vote on it, and then Marion has a second vote to withdraw, we're still a district, And there's a lot of work to be done one way or
Well, but
the
if
other.
if you get a feeling that everybody's going to wanna withdraw, or there's some
Well,
are
that's-
gonna, or that some are gonna wanna withdraw, you probably wanna be prepared though, right?
Well, we're trying to find that out,
Okay.
and not just whispers down the hall.
No, that's good, yeah.
And have some conversation, open some conversation, maybe offer some suggestions on how we might move forward as a district, or as they're talking about also a municipal agreement, and we've kicked that around a little. I don't know what the benefit is. You're going to have two living documents, because you still have to have a district to take care of any obligations moving forward. So with the withdrawal of Marion, we need to have discussion with them and come to an agreement of what their obligation is moving forward.
Okay.
And even if they withdraw, and the same would be for Carver, if they decide to withdraw. But until one of the two towns that are still in it and haven't made a move to withdraw, then we're still a district. And there's a lot of work to be done. So we want permission, because that's how it should be done. You should ask to get the support of the board, so we're representing
Yeah, that's
the
fine.
board and the town, and not just kind of out there,
Okay,
the Wild West.
can I get a motion then to allow Selectman Muniz and the Town Administrator to discuss with Carver, BOS, the future of the Regional Refuge District, please?
So made.
Second.
Motion made by Alan, seconded by Peter. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, abstaining, it's unanimous.
Thank you.
Next up is the discussion of the 400th anniversary of Plymouth.
I asked that we put that on the agenda. Originally, Paul Cripps, about a year ago, unfortunately passed away, and he was our contact for us, our involvement with the Plymouth 400. There's been no outreach whatsoever, since Paul passed away. I met with a couple of people from Plymouth about a week ago when I was doing a legislative, breakfast meeting, and they're supposed to get back to me, but I think we need to reach out, because it's going to impact us one way or the other, with traffic, with onset, with boating, people trying to, find transit slips, hotels, everything else, transportation. There's no way people are going to get in and out of Plymouth without affecting us. So I don't know if they've reached out to Derek or not, but they definitely, we had something going on, and then it just stopped. And I haven't heard from anybody at all from my end.
Wasn't
No.
Claire doing something on that? Claire Smith, didn't
Can
she?
somebody check
Didn't she
that out?
come here in the spring? Like in May?
It might have had to do something with the militia maybe, but
Claire was talking about using Tremont Nail
Yeah.
for bus parking for a Cranberry portion of the celebration.
Yeah.
For bog tours.
yeah.
For bog
Bless you.
tours.
But this is a whole major piece for, coming through and everything else. And it's gonna be a major traffic issue, it's gonna be all kinds of things involved, so I think we need to step up and talk to them and see what's going on.
Who is the Plymouth County Development Council head now?
Don't know if there's anyone really that has replaced Paul, actually. Basically, there is a Plymouth 400 committee.
Right.
The woman who runs it, I forget her name, she used to be the assistant to Maria Oliva at, the Cape Cod Chamber.
Okay.
Can somebody try to reach out to them? You wanna
Yeah,
do that, too?
I can take care of that.
All right.
Well, I've already reached out from the meeting, they're supposed to get back to me.
Oh, all right.
But
Oh,
we
okay.
haven't done anything, but as a group, we should be officially asking
Okay,
through the chair to find out, hey,
that's fine. I
What do
mean,
you
we
want?
can send them a letter too if
Yeah.
you want.
well, that's what I think we should do, is put them on notice that, what do you need from Wareham? What do you expect, et cetera, because it's gonna affect us.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Should we want to send them a letter?
Yeah.
All right, so why don't we authorize the chair to put a letter together?
Yeah, so moved.
Motion so made.
Motion made by Alan, seconded by Peter. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed, abstaining, it's unanimous. All right, we'll get a letter together. I'll send a copy of it to everybody, just to take a look at it before we send it off.
Yeah, and if it's okay with Derek, see if he wants to reach out to his town manager in Plymouth to say, hey,
That's not a bad idea,
Melissa
Derek.
Reed.
Maybe you could reach
Yeah.
out to the town manager.
I'll say hi to Melissa.
say hello to Melissa and say, hey, what's up? That's all.
Any other town business not reasonably anticipated the last 48 hours? I don't believe we have any.
Nope.
Town administrators report, please.
Mr. Chairman, we need to set the rates for the dump stickers.
Okay?
So, and we have Mr. Buckminster here tonight as well. Just talk, since his office is the one that gets all the
Can't believe he...
nice times from.
Think about it. You handle natural resources and trash.
And parking.
Love it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about parking, that's right.
By the end of 2020,
Yeah.
we should have like 900,000.
Just to go over it, what I made some printouts for what we currently have.
So, thank you, sir. What do you call it?
Might be getting it too much.
Asset. Plymouth County, hasn't been paid for yet, totally. 400 and something thousand projected. Because of it.
So the regional disposal district purchased the stickers this year for the transfer stations. In previous years, we supplied the stickers, and we used to do a combination sticker to try to cut down on stickers that are in people's vehicles, beach sticker, dump sticker, combo sticker. So essentially, right now, because that they are doing a tracking of their sticker system now with the barcodes and documenting vehicles and everything to collect information, you now essentially, if you need to get the boat ramp stickers, the parking stickers, the dump sticker and whatnot, we're up to 4 stickers on somebody's vehicle. So I talked it over with the staff at the office, and we had come up with the second portion of the sheet that's been darkened. That one is kind of what we were looking at doing, is actually using the dump sticker as our combination sticker that they provided to us. So the prices, you'll see there is a $15 reduction in the cost, but that's entirely up to you guys.
Why would that be?
I think it was just fair. It seems to be it seems to be the same price as what the other towns are charging, so keeps us in the 40.
The only thing is we had a big increase in costs last year. Didn't we get an $80,000 bill from the refuge?
Yeah, they're not doing an assessment, and this year they've abated it. I'm guessing next year we probably won't get one, but the problem is, and this is just sort of the going back and forth, the residents need to understand that this is the last year that there's essentially, well, it goes until January of next year,
Right.
that there's that we're basically being funded through CMAS, these are going to go up. And that sticker's going to have to, if we keep the dump station open, that sticker has to pay for the base amount. And Jim, you can tell me if I'm out of line here, but it has to pay for at least the base amount. And you're going to have to do something about the trash because you're not paying for the trash disposal right now. And I think when people are shocked,
You're not
what are you
paying for
doing with the money? You know, so.
But once the contract's up, then there's then they're gonna be reassessed with Covanta. So I think they're coming in at a different tonnage rate and something else after the
Right,
end
well,
of the contract.
We're going from where we make about $35 a ton on it, the town does, to having to pay, call it $75, $80 a ton. And my concern is with having the stickers together, especially, we need to definitely have, if our beach sticker is supposed to be generating some sort of revenue so that the town can maintain the beaches, you can't combine them anymore. This year may be fine and stuff,
Well-
we've done it, but going forward,
What's the actual loss of revenue by doing this? You know, not dollars and cents, numbers.
Good
I don't
question.
know.
Well, how many stickers do you give, how many stickers do you give out?
We're the busiest of the three towns,
How
and
what's
we're,
how
we're
many
around
combination
30
stickers do you put out?
I think we're around 3,700 stickers for sale.
So if there were 3,700,
They have, I mean, if you count seniors and regular, if you count the seniors, we're over 5,000 stickers
It's up there,
total for
yeah.
between, you know, seniors and regular stickers and second homes.
2035.
And that's not counting those who get separate beach stickers or the parking stickers.
Correct.
I know what you're saying about having a window full of stickers.
Yeah, and like I said, we have a 1.5 staff that, I mean, we're getting hit with 100 to 300 customers a day. I mean, people don't understand, it's extremely busy, lines out the door. And it's checking registrations, making sure that the taxes are paid through the big paper book that we have. I mean, it's wacky. It really is. It's a long process to get these stickers processed. So
That's one of the things where if we're paying for the operations and we're not getting the extra funds in, that's no longer funding the positions in the DNR.
This is roughly a $50,000 reduction.
So,
I mean, we're seeing a huge,
And-
and right now, like the big run is the signage up at the dump says by January 1st, if you don't have a sticker, you are not coming in. There always used to be a little bit of a grace period. So we've got the panic ensuing already with the phone calls. Even through today, it was just nonstop calls on.
But you never sold them till December 15th anyhow,
Yeah, we're
right?
going, this year will be December
So,
16th, once
yeah,
everything's
so I mean-
finalized with the board.
no, this is under TA report. Bring forward the dump.
But we have to vote to set, I was just asking him, do we want to consider this 48-hour business so that, to set the rates so that he can actually start handing these stickers out?
Yeah, we can call it 48-hour business. It's
Whichever
not
way
a
you want to
problem.
go with it.
Well, I just
If
figure,
we're
why
gonna-
wait
if-
another week?
if
Because
we're gonna
everybody's
have to
Oh,
bought
no,
it
I don't
already.
want to wait
Well-
another week. I'm bringing it up on the report for an
Right,
action
but we still
item.
have to consider it 48 hours in order to
Okay.
be able to act.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
We
not,
can do-
it's not an emergency, though. You guys do what you want, I'm just, you know,
Well,
Well-
if he's got to start setting them by the 16th, it certainly is.
yeah, there'd be
We
the
don't meet
Monday,
again until what, the
I know.
16th?
a week from, 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are we,
No,
We
the
meet next week,
I
don't we?
understand what Selectman Muniz say, but at the same time, I want to try and give his office
Yeah,
any
and
leeway we
just-
can
I mean,
by
if you met
getting
the
it done
10th,
earlier.
that could be handled, and then, were we on? Yes. So, I mean, it's up to you. I'm more than willing
No,
to come
I
back and you can tell me what to
think we
do.
should.
You know, I'm inclined to keep the stickers separate.
Okay.
And, you know, it'll be an extra sticker. I mean, that's what I did myself this year. I bought the transfer station, then later in the year, I purchased
Okay.
the beach parking. But that's, you know, it's 1 year. It is a considerable amount of revenue loss. Now, do you need the transfer station sticker to utilize the compost?
I believe so, with the Wareham one, you would need it. Well, if you're
That,
bringing the
Mr.
leaves to the
Yeah.
Wareham Municipal Maintenance, you would need the town sticker.
We have required them to have the town sticker
Right.
to do that.
So that's,
So I would just be
we
eliminating.
need to fund that also, right? I mean,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
some of the funds help to offset the costs associated with that? or-
Right, and I would like to, when we put the fees together, Gary, that it specifically list the town of Wareham compost and leaf, so whatever the heck we're calling that thing.
Yep.
I just couldn't
Leaf
think-
depository?
Yeah, I just couldn't
Yeah,
think
because,
of
I
it.
mean, we do have a separate, we have a separate
Count?
set of rules for CMW now that are uniform for all three towns, so.
Right.
And then we can set up our own thing, what's covered through that.
Right, and
So
then-
we'll be eliminating the combination sticker because we just can't do it because of the CMW processing the stickers now as opposed to us doing it. so.
Do you have a beach sticker available? Is it okay to wait on that?
No,
You
we have
can
beach
order
stickers
it.
available. You
Okay.
can, yeah, you can buy them, so.
So they'll be buying the beach sticker separate?
They would be buying the beach sticker separate, yes.
So, could we stick with the second dump sticker at $10? It was basically what the combo was, because some people have one, two.
That's up to you. I mean, some towns, one of the towns
Change the rate.
One of-
charges the same.
Yeah, and I believe our rates are actually lower for the seniors than the other towns. Plus, we offer a different age bracket.
Yeah, I
They're-
think Carver actually dropped their rates this year.
Yeah, they were, Marion was at 70 as
The
their senior.
$10 or
We're
something.
65, and, so,
So if I'm reading this correctly, and I'll just put this out there, we would delete the combos
correct.
for the regular residents and the seniors. Have the dump at $40 because that's what it was before, as just a dump sticker as a non-combo. Then the second dump sticker at $10 because the combo sticker used to be a second one for 10. I don't know. I think about the idea you've got two cars in your household. It's usually the same amount of trash, if you will. It's just the ability to use a different vehicle. All right, so the rest of those stickers, and then the senior would be $20 for the dump, $10 for a second dump for a senior, or what did we do that?
I think we had left it at $10 across the board because it's already being reduced in half for 65 and up.
Okay, so
So
you
the
don't
second one would still stay at $10.
So that's just
Yep.
co-
So it'd be
for both.
$30 for two stickers.
All right, and then the beach at $5 for the senior because $7.50 would just look weird.
And it's actually more reasonable than our neighboring towns. So I think that's a fair
Okay,
assessment.
all right.
I was just concerned about the amount of stickers. I hate to pile people's cars up with these things.
I agree, and then it's just there's some things with the background, like the accounting functions and stuff, separating them and saying, well, when you've got the combo, okay, 40's going to here, 15's going to there, but you gotta make sure you vote that the right way, or it's all going into one account or the other.
Yeah,
so.
Too bad it wasn't like a way that you could like apply it on top of the transfer station sticker,
Sticker,
like
yeah.
a small one or something.
Yeah,
Just a button, boom.
or a hole punch or something.
Yeah,
like that.
something, I mean, you
Yeah.
could be creative about that and,
I mean, it's only for 1 year. And I think we're going to have to do some serious reassessments going to 2021, unfortunately. So,
Might be a whole different
would
system by then.
you know if they're going to still be accepting the one-day passes? Also, that was one of the concerns that we were looking at because we do have quite a few that will end up getting them just like this time of year because our stickers are calendar year. So, somebody comes in, they want to buy a dump sticker, they got to buy, and they only need it for a month.
I don't believe it was in the documentation you received, right?
I didn't see
Anything
it.
about that?
No.
And I don't have an issue with it, but I think overall we voted not to accept one-day passes.
Would it be worth us to look at at one point, I did see some towns have it, after a certain amount of time, if it's getting towards the last like 3 months, that there's a reduction in the sticker cost?
I don't
Where we
believe
go-
we did that either.
Okay. Well, that would be for us anyway, just if the stickers went to half price for a couple months. I'm just trying to be cost effective for people.
That's correct. We set the sticker price.
Right.
For the town.
The
So-
district does not do that, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Correct. So it gives you leeway.
So, well,
on what you could do.
I'm just looking at options, for the best benefit for people that are, you know.
No, I'm with you.
We have a lot of people that don't have vehicles that can handle certain items that need to go to the dump, and they'll come in and buy a one-day pass for that vehicle to come in and dispose of it for them, so.
so the district voted not to continue on with one-day passes, Jim?
We never set the prices. All we said is you have to have the sticker. We don't have the right, we don't have the authority to collect money and set costs and prices for the stickers. The towns have
Yeah, we're
to
just
do.
looking for acceptance.
Right, no, I was just
Yeah.
asking about the one
Asking
day.
about the one-day pass itself, like, is
There-
there gonna be a one-day pass?
They're
We did not make any provision to create a one-day pass and hand them out.
Okay.
So we can have a one-day pass if you want.
Well, they won't accept it. The CMW won't
Yeah,
accept our one-day pass.
I'll bring that up, and
They
also,
wanna- I mean, that's something we can fix pretty quickly, so we'll leave it on right now, and then maybe if.
the
next
one-day
one-
passes, who really is that for? People who are renting?
Well, we have a lot of elderly that'll come in that just can't get their stuff, and they need to have certain items brought to the transfer station, if it's like a white goods, the washer, dryer, things like that, where they just don't have the abilities to do it.
Now, the white goods, I guess they could bring them over to our recycling for a fee of, what is it, $25 or something? We do a lot of duplication on, with those.
I don't think there's a huge rush on the one-day pass.
Okay,
It'll
so
be,
let's-
it'll be the stickers that are going out.
So let's
People that
not
are
do
moving
this.
into town that don't have the
I'll
registration.
bring that
change
up,
over.
though. And,
And that's something they could print up easily enough and have, they issue us cards that they can, we'll sell it and they collect it. That way they have a count on the one-day passes that are going out, so.
So, Mr. Chairman, if there's consensus on this, we can have a vote and then a confirmatory if you want it on another agenda.
Yeah, we're gonna take a
just-
vote right now. We're gonna call it under 48 hours and we'll make a vote. Because he's gotta have them out there by the 16th.
yeah,
So it's gonna have to happen now, so.
So moved.
So everybody is in agreement then? All right, so,
Get it done.
motion made by Peter, seconded by Jim. Any other discussion? Alan?
By
That was
Alan.
the second.
You got discussion?
No,
All in
seconded
favor?
by-
The second.
All in
Second
favor,
by
say,
Alan.
oh, you were? Oh, Alan was the second, okay. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, abstaining, it's unanimous.
And I know this has created extra work by not having the combo because it's two separate
Yeah,
transactions.
it's, unfortunately, it's the office that, they're the ones that, they're
Yeah.
gonna take the brunt of it,
So I'd ask
unfortunately, because
folks,
it's not,
you know.
no.
you look at Marion and you look at Carver and they're selling 500 to 1,000 stickers
Well,
maybe.
yeah, Carver's about 2,000.
Yeah, but it's a slow,
And I think they
distribution.
reduced their costs down to $10.
yeah, so that'll increase the
And
amount.
Marion was talking about going up on their cost.
Yeah, and
And
they,
so each town makes their own decision.
we're right within Marion's, what Marion approved. They did, I believe they did 40 for resident and 30 for seniors.
And then separate on the beach permit, right?
Yes, in the separate beach permit, so.
All right.
Well, thank
Thank you.
Thanks, Gary.
You guys have a good night.
Town administrators report, please.
That was
That's it?
That was the report.
Oh,
we were
you're
going.
easy. Liaison reports, let's see. Alan,
See,
give me a mic, because I got a thing here already that they can't hear you.
what?
I got a text that came in that said they can't hear you, so talk into your mic.
Who sent that?
It came from Sam Corbett.
Tell Sam to get a hearing aid.
Sam-
Okay. Yeah, definitely get a hearing aid. We're going to put together probably on Thursday a survey for age-friendly communities, which is part of the requirement for the whole process. Going to have to discuss how we get that survey out, because I don't think we can include it with tax bills, et cetera, because I think there's an issue with that, but we'll see what we can do with that. And GATRA met their annual meeting budget, et cetera, and everything's more or less there. We're still waiting for...
You won't be able to do it this year for tax bills.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But as far as GATRA goes, the director, Frank A., is still in place, and they sent out a whole nother set of interview requests for to replace him. Frank's retiring.
Okay.
That's it. Quiet week.
Wow, I guess so.
Must have been all the turkey.
All the turkeys.
Did you actually clap?
I did.
My God.
That was the most succinct report I've heard from him.
Sam, I hope you heard that.
Jim?
No, I'm good.
Peter?
All set.
Mary? Nope. Okay, and
Ellen still has the longest liaison report.
Always.
consent agenda, authorized payment to the law office of Richard Bowen.
So
I
made.
move,
Second.
all right.
Motion made by Mary, seconded by Peter. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed, abstaining, it's unanimous. There are no bills, but authorization of meeting minutes for November the 5th, 2019.
I move that we approve the minutes for November the 5th.
Second.
Motion made by Mary, seconded by Alan. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed, abstaining, unanimous,
Motion to
500. There's only one thing left to do.
Already
To
did it.
adjourn.
A motion made by Peter, seconded by Alan. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining, yay, all right.
Good night.
We'll see you next week.